What's up, everybody? Bandit and Chad here, and we have a lot of interesting stuff to talk about for this week. The first of which is the new mod has arrived. We asked you all a little while ago to kind of see what your all's opinion was on which mod we should add next to the vehicles, and this is kind of what you all said, and we were able to work something out. So leave in the comments below what you think is in this box, and we'll be showing you here before too long. But also, as you can see, the Tacoma is back in the garage, and that is because the Land Cruiser has finally moved out of the garage. We put about 12 hours of work in on Saturday.
It was a lot.
It was a long day, but it does seem to work. We had a lot of help along the way with our friends in the Off-Road Club, so huge thanks to them. But as of right now, everything is working great. We still have a couple small things to button up, but we will be taking an off-road trip here before too long, actually down to Harlan, Kentucky to Black Mountain OHV, which is 2 weeks, correct?
Yes, 2 weeks from now, and we did go to the same place probably about a year ago.
Right. We had a great time. So if you have any interest in that, be sure to let us know. But I do want to show you something here with the Tacoma right quick. So last week I was saying how there was a strange sound coming from my HVAC controls, my heat and air conditioning fan, and I wanted to show you all how to kind of assess and see what's wrong here. So back here in the back of your glove box, you'll see it says slide up and remove. This is actually how you get to your cabin air filter, so you just pop that out of the way. And then there's a second door here that you'll also have to deal with. There's a tab on either side, so go ahead and reach in here and pull that out of the way, and that reveals your cabin air filter. So you can take that out, clean it off. Mine currently doesn't look too hateful. And then in there, you may be able to see it, but the white fan is everything that runs your heating and air conditioned vents. So I inspected mine and did not see anything, but it was still making a pretty loud noise. So after a couple days of driving, it kind of worked itself out. I'm not really sure what happened, but it must have had something just caught in here that I cannot see from a visual inspection, but it did seem to work itself out, and now it is silent and everything's doing great. So again, not really sure what happened in there, but at least it worked itself out. I did not end up going to the dealer for this. Like I said, it did just do it by itself. So great, you know, the Tacoma fixed itself, and everything's going great with the truck yet again. So like we kind of hinted at there in the garage, everything's going great with the trucks and the Land Cruiser right now, and we have a lot of upcoming things that we'll be doing. We have a lot more mods in the works, so be sure and stay tuned for those. And as always, if you have any suggestions on those, please do leave those in the comments of the video, rather. And if you want to follow us on Instagram and everything else, that is in the description as always. But there is also a lot of other automotive news that's coming up in the industry right now. And SEMA is actually going on this week. It starts today, runs through the end of this week. And there's all sorts of things that will be coming out there. One of those is actually a new Hennessy product that is using the Ford Raptor as the platform. So Hennessy already has the Hennessy 600, I believe is what it's called there.
Mm-hmm.
And how much power does that have, Chad?
That has 605 horsepower and 622 pound-feet of torque.
Right, which is a good bump. It's actually about 50% more than the stock Raptor has. But apparently for the folks at Hennessy, that is not nearly enough. And they're actually adding a whole nother axle. So they're making a 6x6 Raptor, which kind of defeats the whole purpose as a desert runner, really. But it does make quite the statement. Now, I'm not really sure who's going to buy one of these. As we've talked about before, the base price on a Raptor is around 50 grand, but most people are paying $70,000 or $80,000 for one, and this kit makes it even more expensive, and it actually brings the cost up to about $300,000.
Right, so this breaks the bank quite a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's more than most people's houses, I would say.
Yeah, I would say so.
But if you have the money to spend and you want to make a statement, I can't really think of a better way to make that statement. And all of the pictures that they've released of this thing have been in all sorts of wild and crazy colors, like orange and yellow and everything else. So if you want to stand out and you have pretty deep pockets, I would say that is a decent way to do that.
Right. So another way that you can kind of break the bank on an upgrade for your vehicle, or start your own project for that matter, Mopar is now offering what they're lovingly calling the Hellcrate engine. And it's a crate engine, and it's the Hellcat that you find in a good bit of Chrysler's lineup now with the Grand Cherokees and the Challengers and Chargers. You can get that 707 horsepower now for almost $20,000. It comes into about $19,500, and it includes everything that you would need except for the front belt assembly. So you need like the belts and the alternator and power steering pump and pulleys and everything like that. But otherwise, they are giving you the unlocked PCM and a accelerator pedal and the engine itself. So if you again have deep pockets and you want to upgrade a vehicle or shove that in one of your old Chrysler things that might be sitting in the yard, like a Grand Wagoneer or whatever, well, go for it, but it might fall apart.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that, but if you do it, please do send us pictures. So our last bit of news this week actually comes from Hyundai, and we normally don't talk about Hyundai because they normally don't have a whole lot of truck products, but with vehicles in general just getting more and more luxurious, sunroofs and moonroofs and panoramic sunroofs are really becoming more and more popular, and that kind of raises a problem in terms of safety. So when you do get one of those, you're replacing all the steel that normally goes on the roof of your vehicle with glass, and albeit shatterproof, things can still come through in case of an accident. But Hyundai Mobis company is actually working on an airbag that will cover up the sunroof. So we already have side curtain airbags and normal airbags and everything else, but adding this really does make a whole lot of sense, and it should certainly protect occupants in a vehicle in case of some sort of rollover or impact really of any sort. So a great idea on their part, and hopefully we'll be seeing that in vehicles before too long.
Mm-hmm. Now, one last little bit of information, not really news related at all, but last week I did get a message from a subscriber on Facebook, and it was really nice. This man's name is Grant, and he lives over on the West Coast, and he had sent some pictures of his Tacoma, and we'll post those on Instagram. So if you do follow us on Instagram, please go on there and check out Grant's sweet Tacoma. It's a pretty nice standard SR5. But he was just saying that, you know, he likes what we do, and he really used this channel to decide what he was going to get in terms of a truck, and we really helped him pick a Tacoma when it was all said and done. And you know, that really does feel good to us because, you know, we have a passion for these trucks, and we like to share that kind of passion for all of it, and it has ultimately helped people decide on what they did want. And he's not the first to really say it, and it just kind of feels good to us. But we just wanted to thank you all for all the support that you guys have shown, and being grateful even to us for helping you and being a part of your decision and finding a new truck.
Right, and not only with the new trucks, but once you get that new truck and working on it, maintaining it and everything else, we've heard from quite a few people that we have really helped that, and we do really appreciate all of the support. We have been doing this for a little over a year and a half now, and it's all possible because of you all watching each and every week. So a huge thank you to all of you for all of that. And if you have a couple minutes and you don't mind, message us through YouTube or Instagram and kind of tell us your story. We'd love to hear it, and we'd love to feature you on Instagram or the YouTube channel if you're interested. So please let us know. But that pretty much wraps up everything we have to talk about for this week. So thank you all very much for watching. Have a fantastic week, everybody. We'll catch you next time.
See you guys.